Hare Krishna, dear friends. In the 5th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the precarious condition of a materialistic householder life is described. Such a householder's life is full of misery, and the only attraction is sex with the wife, who kicks him during sexual intercourse, just as the she-ass kicks her mate. Due to continuous sex life, he falls victim to many incurable diseases. At that time, being afraid of death, which is compared to an elephant, he remains hanging from the twigs and branches of the tree, just like a monkey. In the Bhagavad Gita, 1866, Lord Krishna says, "Give up all your nonsense and surrender to me, I will protect you." And we say, "Oh, surrender, but I have so many responsibilities." And Maya, illusion, says to us, "Don't do it, or you will be out of my clutches. Just stay in my clutches and I will kick you." It is a fact that we are constantly being kicked by Maya, just as the male ass is kicked in the face by the she-ass when he comes for sex. Similarly, cats and dogs are always fighting and whining when they have sex. Even an elephant in the jungle is caught by the use of a trained she-elephant who leads him into a pit. We should learn by observing these tricks of nature. Maya has many ways to entrap us, and her strongest shackle is the female. Of course, in actuality, we are neither male nor female, for these designations refer only to the outer dress, the body. We are all actually Krishna's servants, but in conditioned life, we are shackled by iron chains in the form of beautiful women. Thus, every male is bound by sex, and therefore one who wishes to gain liberation from the material clutches must first learn to control the sex urge. Unrestricted sex puts one fully in the clutches of Maya, or illusion. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu officially renounced this Maya at the age of 24, although his wife was 16 and his mother 70, and he was the only male in the family. Although he was a Brahmana and was not rich, he took sannyas, the renounced order of life, and thus extricated himself from family entanglement, not caring for the Maya of wife and mother. So now, Srila Prabhupada is speaking about these things so directly, and show me the modern guru, so-called gurus, who speak like this about sex life to their followers who are paying the money. If we wish to become fully Krishna conscious, we have to give up the shackles of Maya. Or if we remain with Maya, we should live in such a way that we will not be subject to illusion, as did the many householders among Lord Chaitanya's closest devotees. But with his followers in the renounced order, Lord Chaitanya was very strict. He even banished Junior Haridas, an important kirtan leader, for glancing lustfully at a young woman. The Lord told him, "You are living with me in the renounced order, and yet you are looking at a woman with lust." Other devotees of the Lord appealed to him to forgive Haridas, but he replied, "All of you can forgive him and live with him. I shall live alone." On the other hand, when the Lord learned that the wife of one of his householder devotees was pregnant, he asked that the baby be given a certain auspicious name. So while the Lord approved of householders having regulated sex, he was like a thunderbolt with those in the renounced order who try to cheat by the method known as drinking water underwater while bathing on a fast day. I think it's drinking water under the shower while bathing on a fast day. In other words, he tolerated the hypocrisy among his followers. From the Chaitanya Charitamrita we learn how Lord Chaitanya taught people to break the shackles of Maya and become immortal. So Srila Prabhupada describes again in the next paragraph, excerpt from his lecture, he describes an ass again. A similar mutha means the ass is generally engaged in service by the washerman. The washerman loads the ass with tons of cloth, and whole day he works for the washerman carrying tons of cloth. But at the end of the day he is offered a morsel of grass and he is satisfied. And by eating that grass, when he is sexually impulsive, he goes to the she-ass, and the she-ass kicks on his face. And still he runs after the she-ass. The karmis, they are like that. They are also like that. Therefore, they have been called as mudas. They are working whole day very hard, but they are eating sometimes 2 chapatis, that's all. Earning 1 crore of rupees per day by eating 2 chapatis only. Therefore they are mudas. He has no sense that only for 2 chapatis I am working so hard, and for sex life I have to bear so much expenses at the order of my wife. These are facts. We should not be sorry, because Krishna says, when we deliberately discuss on Shastras, there is no question of compromising. We must face the bare facts. So these are some Srila Prabhupada quotes or excerpts where he compares the materialistic person to an ass.